Yeah, this is pretty much the main screen when you log in. So these are all different businesses, basically. So every business can have its own folder just to keep everything organized. Okay, it's pretty straightforward. You just do it here, create new email. They also let you build web pages. This is a folder, and that just keep these on the last screen, all these different folders. And then you can also share them where it says import from another account. If one of you makes an email, you can kind of like share them back and forth to different people. You probably won't use that, but the most thing you'll probably use is create a new email. But you can create a web page or like a landing page here. That's kind of a new feature for them. So these are all the folders. Like, you'd have one for your business here. You could actually organize these maybe into different subjects of your business, but I don't know. You probably just need one folder, I guess, is what I'm thinking. So I was going to show you the sample of signature auto detailing. So these are all the different emails that we've done for signature auto detailing. It's very, I come in here, this very one here is the last one that I edited, or that I edited. I go in here usually and I just make a copy because it keeps all the sort of template, similar to Mailchimp, where you can, I think they call it replicate. It just keeps all the formatting, the signature line. Maybe I should use one of my emails since you like them so much. So let me go to one of mine. So again, let's see, I'm coming in here. Here's all the emails. You've seen several of these. There's a lot more in this one. But let's say I want to start from this one and also I'll make a copy. So it puts a copy here. It doesn't open it. And you just hit edit email. And then you have basically an email builder here, which probably looks similar to most email programs. But to me, I find it very intuitive and very smart. So the first thing that I do is I go and rename this every time because this is a copy of something else that I've done. So I'll just name it test and then save it. So now it's called test. Before we go into editing, let me just show you some other things you can do, like in regard to organization of the email. So this is still the email that on the left side, this is the test. And on the right, you can see, let's see, I got the little chat window in the way here. Can you still hear me and everything? Can you still, let's see, I can't see anything.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, I can't see anything right now except for the screen. So, okay, just let me know. Just say something if there's any problem. Can you see the little lemonade stand here and everything?
Yes.
Okay, so on the right-handed side, you can see this is test. This is the email that I created. This is just all the organizational things about the email, and it's very, if you like to be really detailed, it's really cool because you can tag them. You can tag this email. So these are the tags I've had on there, on that email. GLA stands for Go Local Arizona. 5 things is what this email was about. So you can go in here and just tag them. And let's say it's like new patient for you guys.
Yes.
So you tag, you call it new patient. And that's mostly just for searching. It's not for anything else except for organization. It doesn't have anything to do. Here are some tags that I have. This certain email went out 10 days later, 15 minutes later. Certain email went out 24 hours later. And so I give these little tags just to keep things organized. If I can't click off this. And then description, you can just leave a little description. Since you guys have multiple people working, you can say this is the email that we send out to patients after 4 days, or this is the new patient email when they sign up on our website, or whatever. So you just give it a description. You can put it in draft, review, or approved. So if you want to do an approval process, you can do that. I don't use these. I just don't. I mean, you don't have to use this stuff, but you can say it's a draft, it's in review, and then, you can go in and approve it and say, okay, this is all good to go to be used, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like I said, I don't use that stuff. No, I guess I could pick one of them. Okay. I don't use this either, but you can send emails for approval. And then email history just keeps a backtrack of everything that you've done to that email, which is kind of cool. And I pushed the edit button, so now it's going to go back into the edit window.
Yeah.
To make actual changes to this email. And that's basically the whole email there. Let me just go back out really quick. You have so we looked through all that stuff there. This is the subject pre-header and UTMs. So you could, let me think here. Let me think. You could put the subject in here and the pre-header. And the pre-header is like when people are looking in their email box, when there's like 20 emails and there's a little pre-header, like a little pre-description of what this email is about. I definitely use those. But you can also do this. You can actually do both of these in Mailchimp or Brevo. So you don't have to do them here. But some people might choose to put the subject and the pre-header here.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think it's and Yang knows it's like we do subject line and
there's like a little teaser, and I think you can do it in Mailchimp too, but it's just that little teaser line. But you don't have to put it here if you don't want to, because you can actually do it in the other email apps.
Yeah.
And then UTMs are for advanced tracking. So if you want to track like where people where your traffic is coming from to your business, you can put like source in here. Campaign medium would be like email. This is just basically to tell this is high level stuff to tell your like your website or your Shopify or however you're doing your selling part of it to tell it where the traffic is coming from. And this is just telling it that it's coming from your email and like which email. So you can say the campaign name could be like let's just say new patient.
Yeah.
So you put that in there and it just adds that into the data, the back end data of the email. So I don't use that either, just don't use it. But, and then this is just enable import link, which means you can share these email, let's say I designed an email for you and I wanted to send it to you, then you could just import that with a link and import that the whole full design into your account from my account or from somebody else's account.
Okay.
So
still in the B app, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to have the B app to share like that.
Okay.
So this is the builder. It's, like I said, I think it's really self-explanatory. I love how easy it is to format the fonts. Go ahead.
Do all of them look like this? Like the setup all of them like?
No, it would be blank.
Oh, okay. So you designed it like this?
Yeah, so I designed it like this. It would normally be blank.
Okay.
But the beauty of these is
I got it.
if you the beauty of this app, one of them is like this footer really never changes, right? I mean, your name and address and phone number and those kinds of things. I mean, I do change this little quote in the bottom, but you can actually have rows over here where you save them. So stuff that you use over and over and over, you can just take this and drag it and drop it.
Got it.
And boom, it's done.
Yeah.
So I don't have to go recreate that every time.
Yeah.
The other thing that they just added is they made it where this could be synchronized. So let's say that you've got 10 emails that have this block in it. Mm-hmm. You just change one of the blocks. Like let's say you find a mistake and you want to change it.
Yeah.
it'll actually change it in all of the blocks in all of the emails, so you don't have to go through every time.
Okay.
A better example would be like, let's say it was your signature block,
Yeah.
and you moved,
Yeah.
or you changed your phone number. You would just change it in one of the blocks. If it's a
Yeah.
synced block, it would change it in all of the blocks in like all those emails I showed you on the front screen. It would change them in all of them. So it's very efficient when it comes to that. Okay. So as for this, let's see.
Do you ever get emails that bounce back?
Sometimes that would be more on the Brevo or the Mailchimp side, but sometimes.
Okay.
But only because of a bad email address.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So, in order to get to, maybe I'll go start from a blank one, but yeah.
But in terms of the B kind of you just organize your it's almost you create your template and then you use Mailchimp to send
Right.
emails.
Right.
Ah.
And the reason I did it is because I didn't like the way that Mailchimp looked.
I got it.
And a lot of the coding, this is like the coding, it's basically this app is doing a very specific job and it's coding the email for you. The coding on Mailchimp tends to go, in my opinion, into the spam folder or the filtered mail.
Yeah.
Because the coding and Gmail especially knows the coding, more than anybody, and they know what looks like a certain email, and then they sort of decide from there. So this could probably help with email deliverability to a point, I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
So let me go back and start with a fresh one.
And your account is paid or free?
Mine is paid.
Okay. So you definitely want paid one because you have there's no free, I guess, on B.
It used to be called Be Free. It's actually in the name up here at the very top. Their actual name is Be Free, but I don't think it's very expensive.
Okay.
But to me, it's just absolutely worth it because the time that I save with it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to create a new email so I can show you that.
Okay.
So this is a template, so you could start from a template.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I replicate them so much. Where is the new? Let's see here, template. Maybe I push template.
I wish we could give you one that we need to send tomorrow.
Create a new email. Where's the new one? Why is it doing? I'm not seeing the template. So, there it is. Okay, I was like, so like every other email builder, they have a bunch of templates. So these are all pre-done, pre-coded templates. So similar to Mailchimp. But if you can see them, I mean, I think they look a lot nicer.
Yeah.
They're more colorful. They look more. That's because they're coded. So here's the blank template I was looking for. So your pre-done templates that you have made, you can do here. So let's say you're sending one over and over and over, but the blank template is here. And this will take us back to the builder.
Yeah.
And it's blank.
Okay.
It's a little intimidating, but
Yeah.
you can either go to your rows over here, like I showed you, and you can pick saved rows.
Yeah.
It's a little bit slow. Why is it being so slow?
I was thinking it's me, but
The other thing is they have Mailchimp footers in here too, built in right here. So
good.
So it puts all the unsubscribe information that you need. So you can take one of these templates and let's just go ahead and do it. So you can put a Mailchimp footer, and then you can go in here though, and this probably looks a little bit familiar to you. You can say, wait a minute, this is not my brand color. I want to change my brand color to red.
Okay.
So that's how easy that is.
Yeah.
Now, all of these blocks are movable and draggable, so it's very easy. So Let's see, we're going to go in here. This is where you're, let's see, empty rows. So these are all the different empty rows you can do. So you can kind of build every row really customized if you would like, with like 3 columns, 2 columns, 2 split columns, 4 columns. Let's just start out with something really easy, and we're going to go with just an empty. I use this one more than anything, just empty, like a full wide. But then let me throw on here a split one just for fun. I guess there already was one here. So once you kind of set that basics up, the more you want to change these, I'd say the more blocks you want to use. So if you want to change a lot of different things in and out, the more use more blocks. If not, you can use one block, because what you do then is you come over here and all these are all the features that you can drop into the blocks. The ones that I use the most are always paragraph and title. That's probably why they put them first. That's what I use all the time. And then image and button I use quite a bit. Table is new. I use divider. Well, I guess spacer. That's about where I stop. But you can put video, icons, the GIF.
Oh, that's neat. I don't know if we can do video in Mailchimp. I'll have to check it.
Yeah, so let's just say title, and we'll drop this in, welcome, center. All the settings pop up over here when you're selected onto this block. So you want to change the color. Let's do something really bright so you guys can see that. It's probably too bright. So change that to green. So that's the first block. Then say, okay, now I want to do my welcome. Oops, that was wrong. I didn't do that correctly. Let me undo. They have a great undo button here at the bottom in the left corner.
Okay.
I use it all the time because I go too fast sometimes, but let's go back. Now I want to do a paragraph welcome. So it says I'm a new paragraph block. We'll throw some text in there.
Yeah.
So there's some text. Again, when you're on this block, this little window pops up here. So you can edit just these things here by, like, you can, do some bolding, italic, change the color, certain font. If you want to change the whole thing, you come over here and you make the font bigger with this button. I usually go with 15. You can change all the text color. It looks a little intimidating, maybe, on the right-handed side here, but it's pretty self-explanatory. The alignment, center, right. No one ever does to the right, I don't think, but I usually do left justified. Let's see, paragraph spacing. So if you just want, why isn't that changing? Maybe I have to highlight it first.
So you were saying that because of the spacing here, the emails tend to go into the main email, not like in the promotions.
I think mostly because of the coding.
Oh, the coding behind it.
The coding behind it is done by B and not by Mailchimp. Okay. And it just looks nicer. I mean, the spacing that you can do, like, let's go to an image. One thing that drives me crazy, if you're a visual person, which I am, the spacing in Mailchimp drives me crazy. So with this, you can make your spacing so precise, it's crazy. Yeah. So can you see the pool picture there? Yeah. Okay. Let's see, I guess I need another picture to make this work. So I want another picture. I just drag the image block here, and then you can see it says drop your files here. Yeah. So you can browse or you can just drop them. Let's throw it in this one. So what I love about this is that spacing is horrible right now. Yeah. They're way too close to each other. Well, in Mailchimp, I mean, I don't know. I haven't used Mailchimp in about a year probably, but with this app, all you have to do is select either one of these, and then go down here to the padding, and then you have to you can change the spacing on all sides of it, or on just any side that you want. So I'm going to click this on, and I can do padding on all sides. So watch when I do the top, it moves down. You might not be able to see that right away with
No,
the
I can see.
internet. And now I do the bottom. So it's exactly 20. It's so precise. Now I have 20 points spread between those two, and I can get it exactly where I like it. And then let's say I put some text in there. Well, you get the point, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that spacing. I feel like it's too. So I go over here and I go text, and I go to the bottom, and I want to go to the bottom of this text box. So on this bottom one, I just go bottom, 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 and it's perfect text. I mean, the spacing is just beautiful. And you think, okay, and the thing is, this is exactly how it will look in people's inbox, which is why I like it.
Ah, okay.
Right? So, welcome, picture, text. Let's see, you could do a bulleted list. I don't actually use this, but of course you know how those go. You do a bulleted list. A button, I do use the button, right? Because you wanted to buy now, right? So,
Yeah.
but again, look at
Call to action.
look at the spacing, right? It's
Yeah.
not. But you just type on there, type buy. It's just so intuitive to me. Buy now. I can't type. I can't type with pressure with people watching me type, I guess. But so again, I click on here. I go to the bottom, to the padding, all sides. I want to control all sides. So top. Oops, wrong side. Top. Doop, doop. Spacing. Perfect. I just love that. It's just so precise. If you want a precise email. Another thing you can do too is if you want to just do a spacer, you put a spacer in between there, and here's a spacer. Just nothing but blank space.
Yeah.
And you can control it over here, and you can make the spacer bigger
Yeah.
or smaller. So you can make it look exactly. Now that I'm talking about it, that's why I love this app, is because you can just make it so precisely how you want it to look.
Yeah.
Tables is new, so if you want to put data in, you can put table data. I used this for the first time the other day, and my client loved it because it was very organized.
What did you use the table for?
Conference schedule.
Oh, okay.
So it was like June 8th, 9th, and 10th, and then it had like the program of the conference.
Okay.
Divider I use those too, just a thin line to divide things. Mailchimp has this too. You can control the color, you can control how thick it is. I'm sure that's familiar to both of the ladies. Let's see what else. If you want to get really sophisticated, you can put your own HTML code in there. Like you said, you can put a video in there. And I believe with the video, yeah, you just add a URL of the video from YouTube, and then it'll put it right there. So if you have YouTube videos, and it does Vimeo videos too.
Okay.
So let's see, does it automatically play? But the same thing, you can space it. If you don't like the spacing, you can space it out. But your video will be there, and if someone wants to watch it right inside the email, they can.
I don't know. I mean, I'll check and see, but what I'm liking this so far is the video because, because I could see maybe doing like, because we send emails every Thursday 10:15 a.m. So maybe they can get like a video for me, like I don't know, like every 2 weeks on top of like the email that we send. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just like thinking all these things.
I was gonna grab
This is Steve.
grab a video here. Let me see that. So grab a URL from YouTube. It could be any YouTube video. And what is it saying? There's a problem with this video. Verify your URL. What's wrong with my video? Well, anyway, I grabbed a lot. I grabbed the wrong video, but it just needs to be it works. I know it does. You just have to somehow grab the wrong link there, but you have to just put a YouTube video and it'll populate right here. So you can see the video right in front of you. Let's see, what else can we do? Social, I guess this is just links to your social media. Yep.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
which is also included down here. But again,
Yeah.
let's say you want to have a specific email that, like, it's a welcome, in the very beginning, like, hey everybody, make sure you follow us on all of our channels.
Yeah.
And then I believe, you have to go over here and you have to put in your link for your different. But I mean, it's just so intuitive to me.
Yeah.
And I think you can even change these graphics, or you can add a new one. I'm sure you can add, you can add all these different ones. You can add, there's TikTok, so you can add TikTok if you're on there.
Yeah.
And then you just have to drag and drop to reorganize these. Look, I'll put TikTok in the very front position, and it puts it, it's just so intuitive to me.
Then you can change it.
I just love this app. Icons, so if you want to make some fun icons here, you go add new icon. Well, there's a search here somewhere. Oh no, you have to provide the image, but you can change it. That's the other really cool thing is every image has a button that says change. So if you just want to replace the image with another image, you just hit the replace button. I think I do have an icon here somewhere, but an icon, I guess this could be considered an icon. It's very small, 37. So that would be considered an icon. So there's a little. And I actually use that in mine. So there's little icons you can do. I like those because they're fun. They break up, kind of could break up a boring content. I have no idea what this menu button is. I have not used this ever. I think that's for the web pages feature.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So sticker is probably just a fun sticker that moves or something, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I have not looked into these. Oh yeah, that's fun.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's almost like GIFs.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't want to go crazy having too many moving objects because it's distracting to the people.
Yeah.
And also too many GIFs could look spammy. So to the email system, because spammers send a lot of those things with their scams. So you guys want to be careful.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else do we have? Is GIF, which is also fun. I've been incorporating those lately because I think they're fun for people.
Yeah.
And especially if you can get a funny one, And I think they're connected. Yep, they're connected right to Jiffy. So.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So let's see, medical. There we go. There you are.
Oh my God. Oh, that's perfect.
Actually pretty good quality there too for that image. Cute. Now I believe too, you can link the image here. That's the other great thing is if someone clicks on it, you can put your website for any of these images.
Okay.
And I wonder if we can make this thing smaller. I don't know if we can. Oh yeah, we can make it smaller. So it was just way too big, right? So we make it a little bit smaller in proportion to the other ones.
Yeah.
And it's great. And then, at the very beginning, like I said, so let's say you have this block here with this text and this super doctor, and you say, I want to use this frequently, and we don't want to have to retype it. So you just save it. You go here to the little save button.
Okay.
You save it, and it's going to ask me to name it. It's called a row. So you just say super doctor, superhero doctor. And then you can organize it into files.
Yeah.
This category, just your file folders. I don't, so mine just my saved rows. And let's see. This is what I was talking about here. This says save this row as standard or synced. So standard is just a standalone. Synced means that if you change it, it's going to change it in every other email that you have that row in.
Yeah.
Which is like an amazing savings of time. If you're using things like that need to change frequently, but you don't have to. I didn't even use that for the longest time because I didn't even know about it.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful when you can just go to your rows over here, and here's my saved rows, and then I can go down and just say, oh, and I need to use this more myself. You can actually see this row here says synced. Mm-hmm. So you know that this one, if I change it, it's going to change across all of them. This one is not synced, and there's my little GIF.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm not going too fast with the internet and everything, but settings, I don't ever click to that panel. That's like even more specific control. But I think that covers all those buttons.
Yeah.
and everything that you can do. So when it looks good, you can send a preview to yourself here. Well, let's start out with this preview. You can click here and do preview. And
Oh wow.
so you get a nice clean look at what it's going to
It
look like.
looks so clean.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I was just messing around, right? I wasn't even trying to make it look nice, but it just, so there, now you can email it to you guys can email each other and say, hey, this is how does this look? And then and I always do that because you want to see it on your desktop. You want to, right? You want to see what it looks like in real life.
Yeah.
And then we also have the dark mode preview here. If you want to look at it in the dark mode. And the desktop and mobile, which again,
Okay.
I mean, the mobile is beautiful every single time, which is why I pay for this app, because I want them to look nice. And I mean, your comments that you made when you first talked to me made me so happy. I thought, oh wow, somebody noticed that I try to make these look nice, and that meant a lot. And this is why. So
Definitely, I was like, oh my god, like they look just so like, like different, like organized, like I can get all the info like with no issues,
So here, edit details. I think that just takes us back to that. The subject and pre-header, which I don't use. I don't use those. The comments must be for team members, I'm guessing here. I don't have any team members, so I guess there's no comments. And then multilingual options. Oh, primary language.
Oh, I guess you can change it in.
I did not know that. Additional languages. You can add up to one additional language. Okay, I don't know what. I never saw that before. I've never changed the setting. I've just left it alone. So I guess it just says English up there now. Okay, so now let's say we're done.
Yeah.
And we're happy with this email. We've tested it to everybody, looked at it.
Yeah.
Now we need to get it over to Mailchimp or Brevo.
Yeah.
So you go to the export button. There's a couple different ways to do it. Let me back up really quick. If one of the girls want to send you a preview on a PDF, you can do a PDF here, which is nice.
Yeah.
Send a nice, and again, it's nice and clean and everything. Send a PDF. My car detailing client, I send him a PDF of it to view. So just as a courtesy, so I send him a PDF of it.
Okay.
You can actually, let's not do this right now, I don't think, but you can push to your sending system. We might want to revisit this later, but you can actually, it'll push it directly to Mailchimp or Brevo. Pretty cool. Or these different other apps. It'll push that email code, right? So the code is the stuff that you, to the human eye, it's a bunch of garble, right? But the computer knows what it is. So that's what we're going to do in a minute here is get the code. I've already connected Brevo and I've already connected Mailchimp because I help my friend who uses Mailchimp. Yeah. And then this is my Brevo. So, let's see. So back to the export button. You can also, this is a little bit complicated and to me it's a little outdated, but you can also export all of the images in HTML and upload them into Mailchimp, but it's more work. So I don't ever do this, but some people might. This is what we do. What I do. It's called copy the HTML. So you're going to copy the crazy code. Yeah. That makes no sense to us. You can see how long it is. Yeah. It's long. It's long. Don't be intimidated. I was intimidated by this when I first did this. Copy the code. Okay, down here tells me the code was copied.
Oh, so you're copying the whole entire code.
Yep.
Okay.
I have honestly, I could change this. I have a little bit of knowledge of this, but I have no knowledge of code. Okay, I'm not a coding person. I have a little bit of knowledge, but if you mess with the code, then you mess with the email. So you just want to leave the code all alone and you don't even have to look at it. Just copy it. So now I'm coming over to Mailchimp, and I did a test campaign before we got online. And of course, you have to do all this other stuff, which you all know how to do. But when you get to the design part, this is where Mailchimp fails, in my opinion. So we're going to go to design email, and you can see that, right?
No, we're still on the copy HTML.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I'm glad I asked.
Okay, yeah. That's Mailchimp.
Let me go back. So, I did a test email. Okay, and this looks familiar, I'm sure.
Yeah.
You got to do the to from subject, blah blah blah. And actually, I think here's the you can do the preview text here. If you do the preview text and the subject over in B, excuse me, in B,
Yeah.
if you do it there, you don't have to do it here
Okay.
because it'll automatically do it. But I personally like to do it here because I just like to do it here.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just because that's the final place before you hit the send button. So I like to do it here. That's why I don't do it in the other one. So let's see. Let's cancel that one. Send time content. This is where Mailchimp fails, in my opinion. So design, and you all seen this template. Just never liked them. You go to code your own. This is the most important part. And then you do paste in the code. And see right now the preview there's nothing there. So I'm gonna go here to the right and I'm gonna paste. See the code there? And voila. On the left side, can you see our superhero? Uh-oh, did I lose you? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and keep recording this because we lost our connection, but I wanted you and the girls to be able to see this. So this has been recording. So like I said, you paste the code here in Mailchimp. You see that it'll populate here on the left. Then you click the save button just like always. And then you continue back to your campaign. And you can see the preview here of what we built in B. And then again, you still want to go ahead and send yourself a test from Mailchimp, right? You want to double check and make sure everything from Mailchimp looks good. We also want to make sure that our unsubscribe and everything is properly done here in Mailchimp, but we can maybe talk about that in another meeting. So I think that's about it. This is it, and you've taken everything from B, put it over into Mailchimp, and then next time we get on, we can talk about Brevo and how that would work. I didn't think we'd be able to necessarily get through both of these apps today within an hour, but I hope that was helpful to you, and it was nice meeting everybody, and hope you have a great day.